Oh. Hello, welcome to Eczema Phoenix, where we learn how to transform the way we live with eczema. My name is Teresa Alabada, and today I'm making a video for Eczema Awareness Month. This video is about inspiring hope for people who have had chronic long-term eczema. I've had it for over 30 years. It's been up, it's been down. Right now it's pretty down, though not 100% gone, but it's also not ruining my life. It's not taking anything over. It's not keeping me from doing anything I don't want to do or want to do, I mean. And so I just want to give hope for those who are new and those who have been at it for years. You know, you could be like me and go through eczema for like decades and still be able to live a fulfilling life and improve your health as well. And so I'll say that, you know, dealing with grief, with the passing of my father onto heaven for, I guess like the past year or so, it's made me reflect on the passage of time and just like how much can change in a short period of time as well as a long period of time. A year ago, I was a total hermit. I did not want to socialize. I did not want to talk to anyone. I just wanted to be in my cave and just process the grief and figure out how I really felt about it. And now, a year later, my life is super vibrant, social. I have so many people I love talking to on a nearly daily basis. And I've tried new things. I've met new people. I've had new experiences, and I'm so happy, even though there are still occasional days where I will, like, you know, where the grief will hit me and I will cry and it will hurt, but it will also heal, because it always feels good to release pain and hurt and I don't know, I guess like attachments that are no longer in need. And in terms of grief and my father's passing, I would say that attachment would be attachment to his physical presence in the 3D dimension, if you're into that kind of lingo, and to continue to embrace this new chapter and this new connection we have on what I believe is the spiritual realm, or the 5D, the fifth dimension, if you're into that. Even the way I think of my father, the kind of relationship we have now, I would not have predicted a year ago, not even a few months ago. But a lot can happen in a short amount of time as well as a long period of time. And in terms of eczema, getting back to the point and the main topic of this channel, you know, a lot can, you know, if you're an eczema warrior, you know that a lot can happen in a day, in an hour, a minute, even 1 second. 1 moment of itchiness can create weeks, months, and even years of suffering, depending on how your healing journey goes. And so, you know, in terms of, I'm trying to connect grief and death with having eczema, and connecting them with the idea of the passage of time and how every bit of time, every period of time, every duration has a lot of opportunity. It could be an opportunity for sadness, for harm, for loss, but also time has the opportunity to heal, to mend, to revitalize, to revamp, revive in different ways. And both the experience of grief and having eczema come with an experience of loss, of losing your comfort zone in different ways, of losing familiarity with what used to be and what used to exist. Maybe that's, you know, in death, that's, you know, the existence of a loved one in the physical realm. Maybe with eczema, that's the existence of who you were before you had a bunch of rashes and sensitive skin. But every moment, every period of, every length of time is an opportunity to learn, to grow, to heal, to research, to find support, to find new information, to try new things, to meet new people who can hopefully help you reach the next chapter of your life. And hopefully that chapter is a more pleasant one. For me, I did not try to rush through grieving. With eczema, I just kind of took it as it came. I used to have really severe food allergies, and I would take the bullet so many times, taking chances, trying to be normal, trying to fit in, socialize for holiday parties, birthdays, social gatherings. There were many points in which I just had to deal with pain, and no matter how much I wanted to rush through it, and there is a hummingbird on the top of my mom's lemon tree. Again, there's so many birds when I do these videos. I took each moment of pain as it came, and no matter how much I wanted to rush through each painful moment, I just had to go through it at its own pace, at my own pace. And when I was ready, after much prayer or meditation or whatever you want to call it, I like to believe that I manifested the solutions and the answers when I was truly ready to receive them. In terms of just my personal life with grief, some of those answers came in the form of finding social support groups and the death cafes online. Deathcafe.com is a great place to find a death cafe near you if you're looking for other people who have gone through grief, whether recently or for decades. And then also other social groups I found, like on Meetup, have been really great. I've also been very active on Discord. If you know, you know. If you know me there, you know me. And in terms of eczema, I found my miracle in traditional Chinese medicine in 2004. And over time, over many decades of trial and error, I've come up with my own system of things to self-manage when I'm not in a like what feels like a nearly life or death situation with super severe swollen, oozing, cracking rashes. I'm able to, for the most part, self-manage. And those tips and systems that I have are things that I'm writing about in my book, which is happening, which I have been editing. I have not forgotten it. I have not given up on it. It's been a 3-year process, but it is progressing, and so just know that that is coming, and that more details and more videos explaining my specific processes and oh wow, that hummingbird is so beautiful. Explaining my thought process and my methods and my actual day-to-day physical, like how I take care of myself type habits that help me to self-manage and recover most low-level rashes on my own. They will be in the book. There is video content upcoming. I'm even thinking maybe I do an online course on some of it, one step at a time. But I have recently revived my newsletter, so if you want to stay up to date on when this book launches, you can sign up in the link down below in the description box. I am starting to re-emerge. I'm starting to get back out into the world. I'm starting to feel more confident and comfortable being online again. And you know, I know, like anything in life, anything can happen. You know, life can be unpredictable in a scary way, but also in a fun way. Could be serendipitous surprises as well. So you know, I have a newsletter again, and I will at this time only post when there are updates about the book, when it launches, and how to order it. After that, I might use the newsletter to update when I have new content out and stuff like that. So if that interests you, if that's something you're interested in, you like my content, you like how I think and how I speak and express myself, maybe you'll like the book too. So there's that. So in terms of, at this time, it being what is pretty much the end of, near the end of Eczema Awareness Month, this October 2023, I have some tips that I can offer at this time. And I would say the first one is to validate your feelings. I think many of us try to stay strong and repress our feelings, push things down, try to be strong, try to fight. But for me, I find it more effective to just feel how I really feel and to be really honest. Depends on your temperament. I don't know, like, I think there could be some people where it's like if they really feel all their feelings, it could take them over and they get depressed and potentially suicidal. And if you know this about yourself, I hope you have a therapist or someone you can talk to, some way to get this out of your system. Maybe journaling, maybe art, maybe music, maybe another hobby that can like distract you but also remind you of the beautiful side of life, of the part of the world that is worth surviving in. I am not a therapist, so this is not medical advice. I'm not a psychologist. I don't have any medical degree at all. I am not a scientific or medical professional of any kind. So, you know, disclaimer, take it or leave it, whatever I say. But for me, as an individual eczema patient of over 30 years and my temperament, I do find that validating my feelings and just being honest and saying, this fucking sucks, it hurts, I wish it would end, and all this stuff makes me feel seen by myself. I want my thoughts to kind of match my actions and my feelings. I don't want to, for me, it doesn't work to totally pretend I'm better than I actually feel at first. But I'd say probably over time I do have to kind of put on a brave face and just say, although I have this pain, although I am suffering, I'm still going to fight. I'm still going to find my solution somehow, some way. You know, please, universe, send me a sign, send me the information or the people I need to heal. You know, that's kind of like how I go about things. Also, second tip is just, you know, take a breather. Like, sometimes, you know, you get like super overwhelmed with the pain or the itchiness. Sometimes it can be overwhelming to do so much research and to try so many things. And just remember to take breaks, to just breathe, to just exist, relax, meditate. Maybe like stare at something in nature, like a flower or a tree or an animal or a pet. Look at cute things. Like, bring yourself back into the moment, back into your body, and just let yourself reset from time to time. Because I know being in a really painful place, it can, one can feel like really desperate for solutions as quickly as possible. And it is understandable, and I've definitely been there many times, but kind of like, I feel like it's like work to do that, to search so hard, to try so many things, to go to all these appointments, to learn so much, to try to heal yourself. And it's like, I'm wearing this turtleneck, but I'm sweating. Okay, sorry about that. But you know, it's also like, it can burn you out to do so much and to be in that high kind of anxiety kind of level of existing. So just take regular breathers. And then my next tip would be research how the skin works. Again, I'm not a scientist, I'm not a doctor, I'm not even gonna call myself an expert, although other people in my life might disagree, but it can be helpful to learn about some low-level, layperson level amount of dermatology, because I think it's important to know the mechanics of things. How does the system of the skin work? What does it need to stay intact? What does it need to be protected? And things like that, I think would be really useful. Try to stay as balanced as you can. Like, being an eczema warrior, you are so many things. You are a patient, you are a researcher, you are kind of a scientist, or a mad scientist sometimes. Gosh, you could read into that in so many ways. You are a guinea pig of yourself as well. You are an advocate. You're doing so much work. You have so many more roles in life than just human being. as an eczema warrior. You have all that, plus you got to work and pay your bills and I don't know, be a member of your family or friend group or whatever group you're part of. So we have a lot more work that we do just to exist, and staying balanced with creativity, fun things. I've gotten into gaming recently, like board games and even a little bit of like online video games. So that definitely helps me to feel more balanced as I am writing my book and doing my writing assignments and taking on like bookings for different event gig work and all of that. I'm still having fun while being productive, and I think while you're being as productive as you can with your healing journey and doing research and trying new things and testing out new products, going to all these appointments, make time for fun, make time to relax, make time to express yourself honestly, make time to just release as much tension from your life as possible, whatever that looks like to you. And then the final thing I'll say is probably one of my best tips would be to be stubbornly optimistic. Now, I just said my first tip was to validate to validate your feelings as they are, no matter how painful, angry, or sad. And then after you have validated yourself and continue to validate and know your truth, to stay grounded, to stay realistic about where you are, like mentally and physically, at some point, then continuing to know your truth, you also add stubborn optimism to it to push through the pains. I'm not saying, because like I feel like sometimes in the health world, it's like, or like even mental health world, there seems to be like a great emphasis on, I don't know, like not acknowledging negative emotions, or not, well, negative emotions or painful emotions, and like an overemphasis on just being positive and only thinking positive, and I don't know, like and then, you know, there's value to that, though I think there is a way to incorporate both, where you are like, I totally am in pain, I feel sad, I feel angry, I feel frustrated, and despite that, and anyway, while I also feel that, I also still choose to believe there is a solution for me, a treatment for me, a way for me to heal, and I'm not going to stop until I find it, just because I'm worth it, just because I'm worth the effort. I exist for a reason. There is value to my existence. So out of self-respect, out of respect for my family, my friends, all the people who care about me, I would even go as far to say, as this planet, as someone who can contribute, you know, energy to this planet, I am going to do what I can for myself. I believe we all exist for a reason. I'm not going to say anything or anyone's like without imperfections or, you know, cons, but I'm just someone who thinks like, if I exist, there must be a reason for it. And even if I never find out the reason, I would like to do my best, just because I'm already here. You know, I might as well do what I can with what I've got. So I hope that this gave someone some inspiration and hope. And I truly wish you all so much healing. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.